Hello everybody! Welcome to Agashe Review, where I review movies, dramas that you don't want to waste your time watching. I'll give you a synopsis, shorts review along with my thoughts and opinions, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Now let's go into the review. So, today I'm going to be doing a review on the K-drama called It's Okay Not to Be Okay. And it is Kim Soo-hyun's first official drama since he came back. As we know, he made cameos and all this stuff like that. He was in cameo in Crash Landing on You, cameo in Hotel de Luna. Agashe and I were joking that at the end of Hotel de Luna, if you guys have not seen it, he comes back at the end as, he's the new owner of the Hotel Blue Moon. And then Agashe said he completed his term of running the hotel for the dead, and now he has reincarnated, and this is him. We're like, this is him, and he came back, and this is him. So, yeah, very excited that he's back, and oh my god, damn, he looks good. And obviously, he's aged, but honestly, he doesn't look like a kid anymore, and he actually looks really good for his age, so, let's see. I do not have any insight of how this drama is going to turn out or what is actually going to be happening in this drama. No idea. I'm just gonna give you guys these little things. Agashe and I were talking about how Lee Min-ho has turned into a Netflix for the king, and we're Kim Soo-hyun should be the next one, and just the moment we're talking that, bam, the trailer for It's Okay Not to Be Okay pops up on Netflix, and we're just oh damn, he made it already. But yeah, no sponsor to Netflix or anything. This is just Korean drama, crazy people, me watching it, and so. Let's see, it is a total of 26 episodes. It airs on Saturday and Sunday, so it's a weekend drama. So, because you're looking for something to watch over the weekend, or just to replace the fact that the king has come to an end. I'm rewatching it if you guys are too. Agashe's like, why are you rewatching it? I'm like, because it's a very good drama. Anyways, and so it actually it's not Friday, but it replaces my Saturday Sunday weekend drama as how I always wait for the king. So let's see. So today I'm going to be going over the cast synopsis in the first 2 episodes with you guys. So as for our cast, we have Kim Soo-hyun as Moo Kang-tae. He's an orphan caretaker working at a psychiatric hospital who was blessed with everything, including the body, the brain, and the ability to sympathize with others, and the patience and the ability to react quickly and stamina. However, he does not believe in falling in love. To be honest with you guys, this is my first time reading all this stuff. I just went straight into the drama. I did not have any, I just laughing. I did not have any insight what this drama is about. I just went straight into watching it because it came out. So reading these is my first time actually reading it. Anyway, so we have Seo Ye Ji as Kyu Young, a popular children's book author who suffers from antisocial personality disorder and knows nothing about love. And then we have Oh Jung-se as Moo Sang-tae. He is Kang-tae's disabled older brother, and Park Hyun as Nam Joo Ri, a nurse, Kang-tae's co-worker, and a bunch of other more people. But anyways, for the synopsis, the drama tells the story of Moo Kang-tae, a community health worker at a psychiatric hospital who does not have time for love. And then we have Kyu Young, a successful children's book author who suffers from antisocial personality disorder who has never been known for love. After meeting each other, the two of them slowly heal each other's emotions, wounds, their past, and they start to fall in love. Oh, so they do fall in love. I see. I know they're gonna fall in love, but it's just kind of that's a weird drama of how are they gonna fall in love? Anyways, recap on the first 2 episodes. The drama starts us off with Moo Kang-tae reading us a story about a beautiful little girl who lives deep in the forest, in like this castle deep in the forest, and she's very lonely. She decides to go get some friends in the town one day, but realized that no matter what she gives them, none of them wanted to be friends with her. They call her a monster, as we see that her dark hair creates a monster's shadows behind her. She's very upset about this, and she goes and fishes out fish from the lake and stomps on them so they die. So pretty much she can't do that to people, so she lashes out her anger at these fishes. She ends up saving a boy, and the boy starts to follow her everywhere she went until she showed him who she or what she can do or what she does, and asks if he still wants to be with her after seeing that. She tears off the wings of butterflies, tons of butterflies, and kills them, and this scares out the little boy and he runs away from her. Now she's all alone again, and we hear a voice telling her that she's meant to be alone. Now it's like it shows us the human, like this is the cartoon he's reading, and it shows us the human, and it is Kyu Young, and she answers to this voice, "Yes, mother." So basically she's being haunted by her mother's or something like that. And then we get to see, now we flash to time, present time and everything, away from the fairy tales. Moon Kang is getting off the bus to a business factory, and he's getting yelled at by a boss working there, stating that his older brother, Moo Sang-tae, who causes trouble at the factory. Apparently something happened causes him to start screaming and going a little bit out of control, as his head was hurting and he's like pounding on it, and we get to see that this is actually like his Hyun's like trigger is something wrong with his head and the back of his head. So this causes his Hyun to lose the job, and Kang-tae takes him home. His Hyun is worried that his dongsae Kang-tae is very upset at him, but nope, he smiles and said, "Hyun, are you hungry? Let's go eat." And now we flash to see Kyu Young. She's eating at a restaurant, and a little girl and her mother comes by, stating that the little girl is a huge fan of her. Can they get an autograph? And so she gives them an autograph. The little girl points out how beautiful the princesses are in Kyu Young's children's book. Kyu Young is like the most beautiful princess. This kind of sets off her mood, as she doesn't believe in that, and so she tells the little girl, "Let's take a picture together instead of me just giving you my autograph." The little girl sits on her lap, and she terrifies the little girl, stating that witches are more beautiful than princess. Scaring the little girl off, the little girl runs out of the store, and her CEO comes in and be like, "What the hell did you do this time?" We get to see that her CEO has to cover for everything she does, and he's kind of just like he's gonna pull out his hair because she just doesn't listen. She just drives him crazy. But she's very famous, and she makes a lot of money out of her children's book for pretty much the company and everything. And so he says, "You gotta go. You have a book reading at a hospital." And so she's like, "Okay, I'll go." She takes a knife from the hospital and she leaves. And so the scene switches, and we are at the hospital where Moon Kang-tae works, and we get to see how different he is to the people over there as a caretaker. He goes and calms down the patients and all these stuff like that. Like, he has the patience, and he can go and talk to them, and he cheers them up, and he does all these things, and it calms them down before instead of just attacking them and just giving them a shot. He works differently, and we get to see him do that. And then we also get to see that the hospital brings in a patient who is a father. And the story is he tried to kill his daughter and himself by giving them medication. And so they locked him up in this separate room and everything like that. And at the same time, Kyu Young is at the hospital he's working at, and they meet by accident as she's smoking at the hospital, and he said, "You can't smoke here." And they exchange a few words. She goes off to her children's book reading, and during this time, the patient, which is the father, he escapes, and he's looking for his daughter now. Kang-tae takes on the control of moving all the children out of the auditorium during this book reading, because he knows the father is looking for his daughter, and she's in there. This ruins Kyu Young's reading for the hospital, and she ends up getting entangled with the father and the daughter, and Kang-tae comes to the rescue, helps the daughter, and he saves Kyu Young from getting choked by the father. During this time, we get to see that she had the same past like the little girl. Her father was going to kill her and him, so pretty much choke her to death, and then he'll kill himself. So This caused her to have the PDD, post-traumatic disorder, and the antisocial disorder stuff that she has. After, he clears up Kante comes and clears the situation and separates him and everything like that, the hospital fires him because he should have never done that in the first place, and he caused them a lot more trouble than he did when he thought he took the correct protocol. And so we now jump to see how different both characters are in their life and seeing their past. As Young, she's haunted by her mother, and she became a writer, so she's basically following her mother's footstep, but she's haunted by the voices and stuff by her mother. Her father is in the hospital at the OK Psychiatric Hospital in her old town. Well, she doesn't care, and to her, she thinks he's dead, and the nurse, Judy, keeps calling saying that she needs to sign the contract to paperwork to allow them to for her father to go under surgery, but she doesn't care because she's just like, nobody knows her past, but to her, she's like, he tried to kill me, so let him die, whatever. And Sante and Kangtae, they were orphans as their mother got killed in their old town, and his Hyun saw everything, but he kept telling the police that it was the butterflies doing. So butterflies are hinged right here, and he can't say anything or the butterflies are gonna come after him. So this pretty much frustrates Kangtae that they can't find out anything what happened to their mother's death, and at the orphanage, foster family, stuff like that, they were gonna separate the two of them because the Hyun was disabled. And so, Kangtae realized that, not wanting to separate them because his mother has always told him to take care of his Hyun, he ends up taking them and they ran away. And so by running away, he took care of his Hyun all these years, and that's how he became a caregiver. He's so patient is because of everything he's done throughout the years. And so now we see that Sang-tae is a huge fan of Young, and as promised, Kangtae was going to get her autograph for him. He gets a text message for the CEO to come to the office as they want to apologize of what happened between her, what he saw as she was trying to pretty much kill the father at the hospital, and Moon-tae stopped it. That's how he got the cut in his hand. And so he goes to meet them the next day just to find out they're just gonna offer him money to keep his mouth shut about Young, but he's just kind of like, whatever, I don't want your money, I'm never after money. And he meets her, and he says you remind me of someone, and we flash back to the past. So how the story he was telling us in the beginning, it was actually true. She was the little girl, he was the little boy, and everything he explained was exactly what happened to them in the past in their old town. And so now they meet again after years, and they don't recognize each other yet. So not being able to get Young's autograph, he has to go to the book signing the next day with his Hyun, so that he can get the autograph. As they go to the book signing, things go sideways. His Hyun has a huge love for dinosaurs, and a little kid was dressed up as a dinosaur, and his Hyun got excited, and this kind of scared the the parents of the child, and so they end up grabbing the back of his head, and that triggered him, and he went a little bit out of control, and so that caused a commotion at the book signing, and Young comes in and interferes, as she calls the parents crazy bee, and she's all it caused them say a lot of things to them, it destroyed her book signing and everything like that. They're a bunch of lunatic crazy people. This caused the media to blow up about her as oh, this is how she is, she writes famous children's books, but she's a horrible person. So she doesn't care, she's just kind of whatever. And her CEO is going crazy at this point because he's all oh my god, everything is ruined, what am I gonna do, the company is gonna be at fault and all stuff like that because of her. Well, she doesn't care. She ends up going back to her hometown, and because she has now realized that Kangtae was the little boy from her past. So previously, a couple previous things that happened before that, Kangtae was offered the job in his old town at the OK Psychiatric Hospital, but he doesn't want to go back because of his past, but the job was good and he needed to face his fear. So him and his Hyun decide to leave and return back to their own town. And now at the same time, Young, she likes Kangtae, so she asks her assistant to dig up his past, and that's how she realized he's the little boy and they both grew up in the same hometown together. And so he's telling her, why did I keep seeing you, seriously, I hope we never meet again. She meets him again. So that ends it for us for the first 2 episodes. There's a lot of holes that needs to be filled, as we just know parts of their story of their characters and everything right now, and their past, and more so a little bit about his past versus hers. So we know his mother died, leaving him in his home. We know he was the little boy that met her, and the story he was telling in the beginning was the two of them. But we don't know what happened to her mother, how she died, and how things became the way it is, and how the little girl is the way she is, and how she is now, you know. So there's a lot of things to explain, but pretty much you get it that his character, he's very patient, and he's good and everything like that, that he's actually gonna be able to help her and work with her through her disorder she has, and eventually that leads to falling in love with each other. So we will see how this drama turns out. I mean, actually excited for it, not knowing what to expect, what's going to happen, just not knowing, just because, like I said, have no idea about this drama. We just walked into it, and we're just gonna be like, okay, let's watch it and see how it turns out. So we will see how it turns out, but I'm actually very excited. It's Kim Soo-hyun, and I've seen his dramas and stuff like that in the past, and you know, like I was telling Agashe, he acts different roles, and he doesn't stick to one type of roles, like just romance. He does all sorts of things. So really looking forward to see how this is gonna turn out, and plus it's also his comeback drama. So really excited to see it, and hope for the best, and obviously, you know, to replace the ending of the King. We have Lee Min-ho leaving, and now we have Kim Soo-hyun coming. So you guys crazy fans out there, we have one done, we have another coming. So they're all lining up, trying to find something to watch. You know, continue watching. They have all these drama coming up, so you guys will have something to watch during all these self-quarantine and everything like that. But that is it for today, and I will see you guys in the next drama review.